Alright, guys, it's time for the Thundercats Silverhawks Crossover #1. And look at this cover, guys. Man, we got Lino on top with the Sword of Omens and the Claw Shield. We've got Quicksilver on the bottom. And I love the mashup logo that they have put for this. You have the Thundercats and Silverhawks logo together behind, and then the red, symbol oval is behind it. It looks great. I think it's a great idea. So let's jump into it, guys. As it says right here, this is issue 1 of 15. Yes, it will be a total of 15 issues over 3 titles. We'll get into the credits page, who does what and where. A lot of people's involved in this, and I'll give you a quick review of this. This is the checklist from now until August to see what's coming out. Okay, all right, now we'll get into it. Boom, we're back up on Hawk Haven, and of course we're catching up with Panthro, where he was on there last time we seen him. Still trying to figure it out. And we got one of the burbles, old BB. He's like, yeah, I know, still got a problem with the computer system. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, okay. He's like, we'll get it. He's like, oh yeah, and he says, yeah. He's like, I'm replacing the converter. He's like, give me just a second. So he's like, yeah, we'll get it. We'll get some of this stuff working. And he said this station just showed up out of nowhere. He's like, let's go to the navigation room and see what's going on. He's like, it took a little bit longer to get some of the stuff working than it should have, but I'm not as, good, for lack of a better term, as Tiger. It's like, if Tiger was here, might have done better. But then who do we see here? Tallyhawk. Tallyhawk is flying through the sky, through space, through the sky. Then we jump back down here to Cat's Lair, Third Earth. And we see Tigra, Lino, Chitara, and Snarf. And I didn't mention it in the Thundercats 25 issue, but Lino has now changed the name Third Earth to New Thundera. And if you know in the old cartoon that New Thundera was the name given to the rebuilt planet of Thundera. They called it New Thundera. But Lino is saying, hey, Third Earth is now New Thundera. So, and Tigra's like, hey, look, you said we'll stand and fight, but the Thundercats are spread out all over New Thundera. And he's like, look, Calica and them, they won't be gone long. Panthro won't be that gone. You've got Bengali banished, and we don't even know about Apex. And then again, like I said, this is where Lino says, well, they won't, Calica will be back. Bengali, he won't, or not Bengali, excuse me. Panthro won't be gone long. He's like, it'll be okay. He's like, we will stand and we will fight, just like I said. And then we jump to the Black Pyramid, and we see Calica, and hey, there's Jaga. There's spiritual Jaga. We got Wily Cat and Wily Cat, and they're looking for secrets. And he's like, look, I spent a lot of time as a prisoner here, so did Lino. He's like, I know these halls better than you do. He's like, together we'll discover, the secrets that we need, the answers that we need. And we see Bengali, who's been banished. And then we jump back up to Hawk Haven. And Panthro was just kind of looking around, He's like, I enjoy your company. talking to Robert. He's like, I enjoy your company. He's like, whoa. He's like, there's 2 objects coming to Third Earth. He's like, I need to see if I can contact Lionel, let him know what's going on. Even though we don't have full access to this place, let's see, I got to try to alert him. And we see 2 objects flying down to Third Earth. Get by the ad there, guys. And who is landed on Third Earth but 2 Silverhawks? We have Copper Kid. And this is a new character. I'm not familiar with this character. If anybody else is familiar with this character, put in the comments below. But Chromium, I don't know this Silverhawk at all. But he's like, it took way longer than it should have. We should have taken the Mirage, which is their plane. And he's like, oh God. He's like, let's just find this anomaly and just get the hell out of here. He's like, I don't want to be on this backwater planet, basically. And then we see that Bengali, he's like, look, your visitors here, you show some respect. He's like, I'm Bengali of the of Thundera. And Copper Kid's like, Thundera, identify. And he's like, basically, Chromium's like, shut up. He's like, I'm in charge. He's like, hey, Benny. He's like, I'm Chromium of the Silverhawks. He's like, interplanetary force core. I have jurisdiction of this sector, so I don't really care what you have to think. Basically, it pisses Bengali off. He's like, okay, you don't want to respect me? Fine, be rude. We're going to fight. And they do. They begin fighting. And it's a good scene. But then what do we have here? Oh, shit, we have a Vulture Man. Not the Vulture Man, but a Vulture Man. And he comes down as they're attacking. Boom, jumps on Chromium. But Chromium shoots his laser to get it off. And Bengali, he's like, Vulture Man, get out of here. Be gone, mutant. And, of course, Copper Kid throws a little disc at him. And he's thinking about going after Copper Kid. But then Copper Kid drops his battle mask. He's like, oh, God, you're just a kid. Oh, no. And Bengali loses control of his hammer. And it just goes flying. Sorry, guys. I don't know exactly how that happened, but it just goes flying. And what does it do? He obliterates Chromium. He kills Chromium just one shot with that hammer. It's almost like Thor's hammer. And then Copper Kid's like, oh no, Chromium hurt. And boom, just hits the ground. And Bengali's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I just lost control of my hammer. I'm so sorry. I lost my grip. Well, then we have another Silverhawk crash land. And who is this Silverhawk? This Silverhawk is the leader of the Silverhawks, Quicksilver himself. Basically, he's like, hey, you just murdered a Silverhawk, so you are under arrest. He starts coming after Bengali. Just boom, boom, just blast, blast. He tells Bengali to yield. And Bengali says, I yield. Because pretty much if he doesn't yield, he's going to die. But they still fight. And he's like, you killed him. So pretty much Quicksilver, I think, is going to almost kill him. And the Copper Kid stops him. He's like, no, don't do it. We're the good guys. We're not supposed to kill or whatever. And Quicksilver's not listening. Like, he picks up a boulder and he's getting ready to do it. And what do you see there? The Sword of Omens comes flying. Lion-O. He's like, okay, you're attacking one of my people. I'm the Lord of the Thundercats. Yeah, no, that's not happening. So boom, we get him again. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Gets the Sword of Omens activated. Look at this page. Oh, awesome, awesome. Love this artwork. Of course, they all see the signal. They're like, oh, we need to go help him. And Jaga's like, no, we got our own job to do. We don't need to go help him. If he needs help, we'll know it. We don't need to go help him. I'm going to be quiet and just pan this right here so you guys can look at this. How awesome this is. Oh, so good. Anyway, they get into a big fight. And again, they just keep fighting. It's artwork. Look at this. Lion-O gets the claw shield. And dude, this blew my mind. He kills Quicksilver. He shreds Quicksilver in half. Oh my goodness. And then we're back up at Hawkhaven. And Panther is still trying to contact him, but he can't get through. Something else is get shot down to Earth. He's like, look, we got to go. We have got to get there. And Copper Kid, he's like, Lionel's like, what are you looking at, boy? He's like, boy? Me? Yeah, you. What are you looking at? He's like, boy? You. And he shoots some kind of ray and turns Lionel back into a young cub. Lionel's like, but I have the body of a kid, but I remember everything. And then we end our first issue of this crossover with another Silverhawk showing up. Darkbird. I don't know who Darkbird is, but he looks nasty. Target for execution. Oh, guys, this was a little bit longer video. I'm sorry, but there's just so much to cover in this comic book. Man, we got a little preview a couple of issues back with a special kind of one-shot with the Thundercats Lost people. Kind of showing the future what the future looks like, and it's bleak. It is a bleak future for the Thundercats. Basically, it's a kind of a, oh, I don't know what you want to say. It's a not, you know, I'm a loss for words, guys. It's bad. It's bad. The Thunderhawks rule with an iron fist. It's bad to be a Thundercat or any kind of cat in the future as of right now. So I'm not going to take any more of your guys' time. Thank you guys so much for watching this longer video. I do apologize, but this book was worth it. I think it just had so much in it. And man, this is kicking off the crossover. I can't wait for what the other 14 issues are going to do, guys. All right, until next time, good reading.